Children, today I am going to start new topic, that is natural vegetation and wildlife. In the previous class we have discussed about the water resources, importance of water resources, problems of water resources and conservation of water resources. Now we are going to discuss natural vegetation and wildlife. So first of all, children, what do you mean by natural vegetation? Natural vegetation refers to the vegetation which grow naturally without any human interference and also remain untouched or undisturbed for long time. Then only it is known as natural vegetation. Okay, children? Now, children, natural vegetation and wildlife, both of them exist only in a narrow zone of contact between the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. Natural vegetation and wildlife. Natural vegetation and wildlife. They exist in a narrow zone of contact between which is known as biosphere. Now, what is biosphere, children? What is biosphere? It is a narrow zone of contact where atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere came in contact with each other and form a narrow zone of contact which is known as biosphere. Now, in this biosphere, all the living organism exist in the biosphere, whether it is plant, animals or human beings. All the plants, animals and human beings in this biosphere, they interact with each other, or rather you can say that they are interdependent and interrelated with each other and form a system which is known as ecosystem. Which system, beta? Ecosystem. What is ecosystem? All the plants and animals in a given area are very closely interrelated or interdependent on each other and they form a system which is known as ecosystem. We are also a part of this system. Human beings are also a very important component of this system because we obtain many things from this system which we cannot create or which we cannot produce. That's why it's our moral duty actually to conserve and protect this ecosystem. If there is any deterioration in this system, definitely we are going to be affected. Now, children, vegetation and wildlife both are very valuable resources. For example, plants. In what way plants are useful for us? Plants, first of all, they provide us oxygen. They produce oxygen without which we cannot survive. They provide us timber. Plants provide shelter to animals. They produce different types of, we obtain different types of medicinal herbs like honey, gum, resin. Lot of things we obtain from these plants. Plants also protect soil erosion. They also act as a shelter belt. So in this way, plants are useful for us. Okay. What are the different uses of plants? They provide oxygen, clear, act as shelter belt, check soil erosion. They provide us many medicinal herbs etc. So in this way, these plants are useful for us. Clear? Now, in the same way, animals, wildlife. We talk about the wildlife. Wildlife includes animals, birds, insects, aquatic life forms. So, animals, they are also very useful for us. First of all, there are two types of animals: milch animal and draught animals. Milch animal means those who provide us milk, and draught animals, those who are used for carrying our loads or transporting our goods or loads from one place to another. Now, these animals, they provide us milk, meat, hide, skin and wool. Insects like bees provide us honey. The birds feed on insect and also act as decomposers as well. Vulture, who feed on dead livestock, is a scavenger and is considered a vital cleaner of environment. So clear? Animals are also very important for us. They provide us milk, wool, hides, skin, etc. Now, children, we will come to the next topic, that is wildlife includes animals, birds, insects as well as the aquatic life in form. Recently, children, both animals as well as plants, both are under great threat. Why they are under great threat? Because of some human activities and some natural